18, Macy Andrews. Bat ninth, number 4, Hayden Joyner. The pitcher will be number 13, Grace Kendrick. Leading off for South Georgia State College, number 1, Michaela Edwards.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. It is game number 6 of the GCAA Softball Championships. A team that is 0-1 and a team that has won 1 and lost 1. 1-1 Georgia Highlands and 0-1 South Georgia State. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage on a cloudy but not ominously looking cloudy Thursday afternoon. And a ball game that was originally slated to get a 1 p.m. start, but the opening game took an hour 8 to complete. So we've been just sitting here chomping at the bit to get the softball back underway. Michaela Edwards starting it all for South Georgia State. Grace Adamanis is the 2-hitter. Madison Schron batting 3rd. Savannah Gamont in the 4-hole. Camry Isaacson batting 5th. Trinity Johnson 6th. Zoe Irby is the 7-hitter. Lauren Slaughter batting 8th. And Jessica Joyner in the 9-hole. Grace Kendrick in the circle for Georgia Highlands. Meanwhile, behind the plate, Kat Kimbrell. At first, you will find Emily Freeman. And there's the strikeout of Edwards to begin the game. Second baseman Abby Yates, shortstop Abby Hall. Amani Green is at 3rd. And in the Georgia Highlands outfield, Hayden Joyner in left, center fielder Imantaro, and in right, Macy Andrews. Into the strike zone, 0-1 on Grace Adamanis. That opening game today saw East Georgia eliminate Andrew College. A 10-2 final. Knocked down at short by Hall over to first with a throw. Still in time to get Adamanis. Good job of hanging with it with Abby Hall there at short. And the 6-3 takes care of out number 2. Madison Schron is next. Savannah Gamont to the on-deck circle. Popped up on the infield. Hall calls for it at short. And it's a 1-2-3, top of the first. Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Crafts got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
now for Georgia Highlands College, center fielder number 20, Emma Barrow.
We head to the bottom of the first. Imandaro starts it off. Abby Hall is the two-hitter for Georgia Highlands. Amani Green hitting third. Four-hitter Kat Kimbrell, Emily Freeman in the 5 spot. Caden Warren batting 6th. Abby Yates 7th. Macy Andrews in the 8-hole. 9-hitter Hayden Joyner. Jessica Joyner tossing the balls and strikes for South Georgia State. Behind the plate, Madison Shrine. And first, Trinity Johnson. Second baseman is Kate Newman. Shortstop, Cambry Isaacson. At third, Michaela Edwards, as the count goes to 3-1 on Darrow. Lauren Slaughter in left, Zoe Irby in center. And the Hawk right fielder is Grace Adamanis. Darrow giving a walk down to first. So a base runner on, Abby Hall coming to the plate. South Georgia State in the top part of the inning goes 1-2-3. Four meetings during the course of the regular season between these two, but none more significant than this one. Fifth meeting, one of the teams will advance and play East Georgia State tonight. The other wraps up their year. In the regular season, they met on the 28th of March. At South Georgia, Georgia Highlands winning both of those. And met up in North Georgia, the Georgia Highlands. And you got a base hit from Abby Hall on the 25th of April, and the Chargers won those two as well. Couple of base runners on for Amani Green. Kat Kimbrell to the on-deck circle. High toss to the screen and runners move up.
Now batting for Georgia Highlands, third baseman number 3, Amani Green.
Kat Kimbrell to the on-deck circle. Those scores at Georgia Highlands, 10-1 and 6-5. And when they played in South Georgia, 10-3 and 11-4. Georgia Highlands winning each. So the last time prior to this one, the most contested contest, the one-run win. Amani Green has been dynamite all tournament long. A rare out. Coming to the plate in the bottom of the first with a couple of base runners on, both in scoring position. A 400 hitter, 52 RBIs on the year. That is ground foul in the direction of first, and we're sitting just above first. Hard to see right down below, but based on the reaction of some of the players, that might have been really close to the first base coach. 3-2 offering. That is sent in the direction of center field. It's not only out of one fence, there's a higher fence, and it exceeded that one as well. Amani Green. Massive shot to center field, pushing the RBI total to 55 on the year. right over the middle of the plate. And you can see there is a fence and then a higher fence. It cleared the higher of the two. Anamani with a 3-run shot. Cat Kimbrell to the plate. And the string continuing. I wasn't going to bring it up until it continued. And that is, there has not been a home half of the first inning that has not seen runs played in this entire tournament. 6 games in, and there have been runs in the bottom of the first every single game. And still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. This is a Georgia Highlands squad that has produced a ton of impressive offensive numbers. 351 games. I make that 351 runs in 50 games. So I'm not real good with the math, but I'm thinking that's at least 7 a game on average. 356 hitter is the team, not individuals. You got individuals hitting better than 400. As a matter of fact, you have got 5 400-plus hitters. But as a team, hitting 356. Up the middle with a base hit, Cat Kimbrell. And Madison Shrine saying, okay, it's time for me to talk with Jessica Joyner. Joyner having given up the walk, the single, the home run, the single. Emily Freeman coming to the plate. One of those 400 hitters, 457. That will get Joyner. She's in pain. Freeman's on, and Kimbrell's is at second, but some pain to Joyner. And Joyner has gone down. Let's hope that this is just pain and not a serious injury. Trying to get that leg out of the way, and it popped that leg, requiring the attention of our medical trainer on call today. And early this morning before the first game said, we hope we don't need you, but obviously we do. And Joyner being tended to. We'll take a break.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. There's that
the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State.
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Good to see Joyner up. And she is going to hobble over to the dugout, but it's a good sign to see her up and putting some weight on that leg. She obviously will come out of the ball game. Well, she was turning to get away from the shot, and when she did, it left that knee vulnerable, the right knee vulnerable to the shot from Emily Freeman. She'll come out of the ball game. Caden Warren coming to the plate, and the new pitcher will be given every opportunity to get warm, and will return with that new pitcher after this. Just about all white. Jones County diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Crafts got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Emily Garrett, the new pitcher. Jessica Joyner facing 5, giving up 4 hits and a walk. Leaving with the injury, the hot shot to the knee. Let's hope that once the pain and swelling go down, all is okay. No significant damage done. That is what we will hope and pray for Joyner. Caden Warren to the plate. First pitch popped up onto the grass. In center goes second baseman Kate Newman, and Warren with a flyout. So on away for Abby Yates. Macy Andrews moving to the on-deck circle. One ball, no strikes. Emily Garrett, a 3.41 ERA, 8-13 on the year, 31 appearances, 123 innings of work for Garrett. A little bit outside with a pitch to Abby Yates. Macy Andrews on deck. Count goes to 3-0. Savannah Gamont, Cambry Isaacson, Trinity Johnson when you get to the top of the second. Well, Dave Elder, we're hoping that all is okay with Jessica Joyner.
Yes, we do. From what I understand, she took it just below the knee, right off the shin. There's no meat right there. That's all skin and bone. So that one's going to hurt.
But hopefully after the pain subsides, I guess the good news is in the shin area outside of cracking the shin, that if that doesn't happen, you're okay after the pain.
You're probably dealing with a real deep bone bruise right there. So, but glad it wasn't to the face or head area or something like that. So
down the line, but foul in the direction of left. Got Emily Garrett in the circle. I have a first cousin, Emily Garrett.
Not the same one.
No. There's a little different age, variation between she and that Emily.
Gotcha.
And they spell the name a little different.
Well, once again, we're dealing with, is that going to drop?
Yes,
it
is.
Will. And bobbled.
And it's all loaded up for Georgia Highlands.
And we've continued our, what we've done for every game so far in the tournament. Bottom of the inning. Whatever team's the home team has been putting up the runs.
A little bit inside with a pitch to Macy Andrews. And the home team has won every game thus far. That is knocked down in third by Edwards, but won't be able to make a play, and Kimbrell comes in from third to score. It's still loaded. I think I would score that as a base hit. Your input?
Yes, I would score that a base hit. That was, well, I don't know. It was a backhand. I mean, would she have time to get in position? Well, maybe not. So, yeah. Look, you're the official.
I'm the unofficial.
Scorer.
I am the unofficial. Everything I do is unofficial. Everything I say, unofficial. I always throw in the caveat. On your brackets, you got those asterisk subjects to change.
Your bracket, your asterisks are everything's unofficial.
That
in
is
between
exactly right. I say nothing official. Hayden Joyner to the plate. Top of the order, moving to the on-deck circle, one away. Bottom of the first. And that will get popped up in the direction of center field.
Oh,
wow.
What a great catch.
Just a spectacular catch by Zoe Irby. And an appeal to see if Freeman left early. So before we chalk up run number 5, let's see if appeal is going to be made. Well, at second, no.
Wasn't appealing the runner from third going home, appealing the runner from second going to third.
So a sac fly. Man, that almost takes away from the spectacularness of the Irby catch, the fact they got an RBI, but what a great catch.
Well, that saved potentially 2 runs.
And a walk given to Imataro. Loaded up for Abby Hall. There have been 3 innings in which a team has batted around. Georgia Highlands done it twice. 2 of the 3. This is a high-powered offense.
Boy, if they had a pitcher, well, they've got some good pitchers, but if they had one of those premier pitchers to go with that hitting, they'd be.
Still got to be one of the tournament
I'll tell you
favorites.
right
I know
now,
they got lost.
I think, we always say there's a dark horse in the tournament. Doesn't mean they'll win it, but they're the ones that have come out. You think, oh, who's going to play? I think it's the 3rd seed in Highlands this year because they really had that game won last night.
Of course, you got a Hawk team going, hey, wait a minute. They're not going to get any further than this game. Of course, Hawks have been dealt a double blow. A lot of runs in the first, and they're starting pitcher out. That's a base hit into left field. And it'll bring in 2. Throw to the plate will allow Darwin to go to 3rd, Hall to go to 2nd. RBI single, driving in a pair.
See, that's where that throw to the plate right there doesn't benefit you because you can't get the runner scoring there, and it allows the runners on 1st and 2nd to advance to 2nd and 3rd.
Inside with a pitch to Amani Green. I'm not even playing the game, and when I bring up the name Amani Green, it strikes fear. This girl can hit.
She can stroke it.
3-run home run already in the inning. And is shot over in the direction of the gap. Hits the wall on the fly. Darrow's in, Hall's in. How about a 5 RBI inning?
Inning. Not game, inning.
Double driving in 2.
Boy, that swing was pretty right there. Wow. And to show you the power that she's got, that ball was hit on the line and hit the fence.
Yep. She is an impressive player. And the lead will go to 9 here in the bottom of the first. Kat Kimball to the plate. Well, when you look at the offensive numbers for the league as a whole, you see a heck of a lot from the Chargers. Batting average best is from Darrell. 3rd is Green. Runs batted in, Green. Topping the standings, Kimball is at 3. Number 5 in home runs is Green. And if you want more on the offensive side, the number 2, 4, and 5 base stealer is on Georgia Highlands. A little bit inside with a pitch to Kat Kimball. Kimball with a single in the first. Emily Freeman moving to the on-deck circle. That is popped up right side in to make the catch. Grace Adamonis. And the inning will come to an end, but not before 9 runs plate and 13 take swings at South Georgia State pitching. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Leading off the top of the second inning for South Georgia State College, the designated player number 6, Savannah Galmont.
Top of the second, Savannah Galmont leading it off. Camry Isaacson 2 up in the inning 2. A 9-run top part of the inning, biggest inning of the tournament. A total of 13 going to the plate. And we head into the top of the second with Gamon, Isaacson, and Johnson in a 9-zip game.
You know, if you're Highlands, by losing that tough game last night, bumping down to the losers bracket, starting out with this kind of lead, you really want to just hey, let's get our 5 innings and run rule. That way we can save our pitcher.
Yeah, if you're coming out of the losers bracket, you want to spend as little time prior to Friday on the diamond. Low of the pitch and a walk given to the leadoff hitter. Come on.
Now batting for South Georgia State, the shortstop, number 10, Camry Isaacson.
Yeah, because the winner of this game is going to have to take on the winner of our previous game, East Georgia, at 7 tonight or earlier. We can get started, just keep everything going early.
That is the power of positive speaking, I guess, right? We're going to talk about earlier. We're just going to assume it's happening.
I'll agree there. Wish it and shall be done.
Yes. Come on with a walk. Isaacson to the plate. And he's floated over towards the dugout, trying to get there for the catch is Green. Can't quite.
You know, the completion of this game, then we step up to our winners bracket with Georgia Military and Gordon State. And of course, you know, that winner advances to the championship game, and the loser goes down to tomorrow's 10 o'clock contest against a team that's coming up out of the losers bracket.
Isaacson with the fly out to Kendrick. And there's one away. Gamont continues to hold it first.
Now batting for South Georgia State, first baseman, number
Trinity Johnson to the plate. Zoe Irby moving to the on-deck circle. Into the strike zone on the inside part of the plate. Low inside offering, holding it first is Gamon. Freeman, Warren, and Yates when you get to the bottom part of inning number 2. Well, I guess the good thing to having the Chargers plate 9 runs in the first, if you were South Georgia State, it's not like you've got an inning to try to get back into the game. You've got four innings.
But you've got to chip away every inning. You've got to at least get 2 or 3 every inning.
On the inside part of the plate with a pitch to Johnson. Johnson hitting .303, 11 walks, 11 strikeouts. Just a tad outside with a pitch. Zoe Irby to the on-deck circle. 109 plate appearances for Johnson. There were 6 Hawks with triple-digit plate appearances. Pommel at third, but still able to recover his green to get it to second and take care of the lead runner. Come on. Johnson on at first after wrapping into the 5-4.
Now batting for South Georgia, center fielder number 21, Zoe Irby.
Green caught that off a bad spot for a female. The guys catch theirs below the midsection. She took hers on the upper section, and she tried. That didn't feel real good.
On the inside part of the plate to Irby. Got a single base runner report. That is Trinity Johnson. Opening game today saw East Georgia State eliminate Andrew College. And they had a big third inning as that one is lifted towards right field, and there for the catch is Macy Andrews. Irby with the flyout. 4 go up, 3 go down. 1 is stranded, 1.5 in, and the Chargers by 9.
Leading off the bottom half of the second inning for the Chargers, first baseman number 28, Emily Freeman.
Bottom of the second, Emily Freeman starting it off. Caden Warren, Abby Yates due up in the inning 2. On the outside part of the plate with the pitch to Freeman. Freeman with a single and a run scored in the first. Caden Warren moving to the on-deck circle. And is over to third, and the catch made by Michaela Edwards. And oops, my camera did not switch, and I know why. My apologies. Yep, a one-man band. So, as I tell folks, when you're a one-man band, folks know who hits the sour note. I just hit one. Hit the button, but had a little issue in front of the software. You don't need all the details, right? Just hit the right button. Get the right camera. Caden Warren. As that one is popped up in the direction of left field on the warning track. Lauren Slaughter with the catch. And there's 2 going for Abby Yates.
Now batting for Georgia Highlands, second baseman number 11, Abby Yates.
Sent over to center field, and another play for Lauren Slaughter. Abby Yates to win the flyout. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the second.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning for South Georgia, left fielder number 25, Lauren Slaughter.
Well, South Georgia State doing what they wanted to do in the bottom part of the second, and that was shut down Georgia Highlands after a 9-run first. And they do that. 1, 2, 3, go the Chargers. Now, your second part of that plan is to score some runs, and here we go to the top part of the inning as it is popped up to third. Green with a catch of the Slaughter floater. And there's one out. Jessica Joyner next.
Now batting for South Georgia, number 12, Emily Garrett.
Emily Garrett coming to the plate, batting for Jessica Joyner. Joyner injured in the first inning. The Hawk pitcher. Had to come out of the ball game. And Emily Garrett was inserted into the circle and now will come to the plate. Michaela Edwards moving to the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss by Garrett, one away. Nobody on in the top of the third. Garrett able to get a piece of it and foul it away. Boy, you look at the regular season numbers where South Georgia State is concerned, and you do not see the name Emily Garrett. So I don't know if Garrett's had a plate appearance before, a swing and a miss, and she'll become a strikeout victim. Second strikeout for Grace Kendrick. And there's two gone as we're back to the top of the order. Michaela Edwards next. Low and away with the pitch to Edwards. A little bit outside. Edwards struck out in the first. One of 2 Ks for Kendrick. Grace Adamanis to the on-deck circle. Bottom of the third, Andrews, Joyner, and Darrow for Georgia Highlands. Too far inside, and the count goes to 3-0. And we'll catch the inside part of the plate. Edwards definitely taking. 378 hitter on the year. 37 hits, 15 RBIs, 10 walks, 14 strikeouts. That's high and a walk given to Edwards. That will be the second issued by Kendrick. She put Gaman on in the second. And Edwards on with 2 gone in the third.
Now batting for South Georgia, number 8, Grace Adamanis.
Grace Adamanis next. Grounded to the 6-3 in the first. On the outside part of the plate. To the 297 hitter. This is a 300 hitting South Georgia State team. And we'll get out of play, and it's 0-2. Andrews, Joyner, and Darrow when you get to the third for Georgia Highlands. And if you are South Georgia State, you sure would like to start chipping away at the lead, even if it is a run in the third. Because your complement of outs at the moment is narrow. At the moment, it is 6 outs shorter than when you began the ball game. Compliments of that mercy rule. So to buy back some of those outs, got to get the lead inside 8. One-two offering to Adamanis. That is hit towards center field, but right to Imatero. Second runner stranded, but still a hitless Hawk team as we go to the bottom of the 3rd.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for Georgia Highlands, right fielder, number 18, Macy Andrews.
A lot of stuff coming up on JockJive in the summer. You might think that our coverage of sports ends with the end of the school year. It doesn't. It continues into the summer. And that was one of the events, Showcase Series, as that is launched in the direction of center field. Out of the park. Solo home run from Macy Andrews. Georgia Highlands a 10-zip lead. Nine-hitter Hayden Joyner coming to the plate. But as I mentioned, Showcase Series at Southern Miss to begin the year, and that is a brand new venue too for the Showcase Series, which will also go to LSU, West Alabama, West Florida, South Alabama, so many more different spots over the course of the summer.
Now batting for the Chargers, left fielder number 4, Hayden Joyner.
Into center field, the fly out by Joyner to Zoe Irby. And there's one away as we get back to the top of the order.
Number 20, Emma Barrow.
Imadaro with a couple of walks, and they both came in the first inning. Abby Hall to the on-deck circle. Well, I think we've got everything up and running now. Had some issues in Alabama. As that will ricochet off Newman's men, and Taro on with a single. But now you got a ton of softball. This is softball central today. I think all total there is 10 softball games today on JockJive. popped up center field, and that will drop in. Newman could have made the catch, but was thinking that was Irby's catch to make. Still picks up Irby with the throw out at second of Darrell. So Hall technically wraps into the 4-6. Amani Green next. Green is homered and doubled. Drove in 5 RBIs, all in the first inning. Back to the plate in the third. Kat Kimbrell moving to the on-deck circle. And she's a freshman. Shot up the middle, base hit. On her way to third is Hall, and Green with the throw will take second. So a couple of base runners in scoring position for Kat Kimbrell. Emily Freeman to the on-deck circle, lifted to left, and there Slaughter will make the catch and minimize the damage. 1 run in on the solo shot by Andrews. We go to the 4th in a 10-zip game. We head to the top of the 4th. Madison Schron starting it off. Savannah Gaman and Cambry Isaacson 2 up in the inning as well. Shot over to short, but Hall up to the task. Gets the out of Schron on the 6-3. And now if you are South Georgia State, you are getting a tad antsy. The lead is grown by 1. That means now instead of 2 runs to get inside 8, you need 3. And your complement of outs, which originally was 21, and then cut down to 15, potentially with a mercy rule, means you got to do something in the next 5 outs. Savannah Gaman with a walk in the 2nd. Grounds it foul towards Green at 3rd. The only non-elimination game coming up next. Georgia Military and Gordon, a game originally slated for 4 p.m. And I have not seen Georgia Military arrive yet, so they are not here. They are in town. Stayed in Locust Grove overnight. Count even at 2 on combine. That is floated towards center field. Imataro there for the catch, out number 2.
Now batting for South Georgia, the shortstop, number 10, Cambry Isaacson.
So we will, if this game ends quickly, likely have at least an hour's break. As that is popped up on the infield by Isaacson, and there for the catch is Abby Yates. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 10-zip, Georgia Highlands.
Of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for Georgia Highlands, number 28, Emily Freeman.
Bottom of the 4th, Emily Freeman starting in. Caden Warren, Abby Yates 2 up in the inning 2. The Georgia Highlands goal here in the bottom of the 4th was, or is, to basically put the game out of reach. South Georgia State's goal, keep it 10-zip and playing enough to get at least another inning. In the top part of inning number 5, a leadoff base hit from Emily Freeman. Twelfth hit of the game for Georgia Highlands. Apparently some form of an illegal, it won't be pitch. Well, and my replay will only take me back 40 seconds. So we are outside of that 40-second window. So I'm not sure what happened to the plate. But it nullified the single. Gave an option to the coach at South Georgia as to whether to take the play or the strike. And obviously, if it had been an out, he'd have gone with the play and not the swing of the bat. But it was a single, so he took the strike as his option. Well, and still winds up being a single by Emily Freeman. She will get on at first, but I was given an explanation, so it is a learning experience. She stepped out of the box when making contact with the pitch and sent it into center field, and thus you had the option for the opposing coach, in this particular case South Georgia State, to take the hit, which obviously he would not do, or a strike, and took the strike. And, of course, a pitch or two later, Emily Freeman with a single, so still on at first. But now with one away is Caden Warren will fly out to short. Abby Yates next, 1 for 2 in the game. Well, I mentioned Georgia Military not here yet. Guess what? They are now. Just walking in to the complex here in Strong Rock. So that could be an indication that we will have a significantly earlier start to Gordon and GMC. If this game wraps up early, still got plenty of time. Well, maybe not plenty of time. Still got time for South Georgia State to rally, but they've got to do it in the top part of the fifth. That is popped up and over near the screen, but I'm unable to bring it in, is Shrine. One out, one aboard. And a shot in the direction of left field, and that will hit the fence. Slaughter grabs on the ricochet. Freeman winding up at third. Abby Yates with a double at second. So a couple of runners in scoring position, one away, and the lady who popped one out of the park and inning back is coming to the plate, Macy Andrews.
Right fielder number 18, Macy Andrews.
Well, again, that Georgia Highlands plan, get this game out of reach. That South Georgia State plan, keep it at 10. And get some runs, at least 3. In the top of the fifth. That is fouled away. Andrews, a single and a homer. And drops in a base hit into right field. Freeman scores. And going back to third, Yates. And taking the opportunity to take second, Andrews. Third RBI of the game for Andrews.
Now batting for the Chargers, left fielder number 4, Hayden Joyner.
And 11 zip game. Hayden Joyner next. Top of the order, Imantaro on deck. That is found back, maybe up here on the deck with us. Seated on the portico just above first. Watching softball in Strong Rock. GCAA softball. Joyner has sacrificed to center field. That drove in 1. And then flown out to center field. That wasn't a sacrifice. Fouled away. One ball, couple of strikes on Joyner. Johnson, Irby, and Slaughter. 6, 7, and 8 in the South Georgia State order when you get to the top of the fifth. And at the moment, it is now 4 runs. They've got a plate to get to the bottom of the fifth. Count runs full, 3-2. 9-hitter Hayden Joyner. A .314 hitter. Grounding it foul in the direction of third. (20 RBIs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts this year. That is in 86 plate appearances. So with 1 walk, she puts it in play. And does so into center field, drives in Yates, brings in Andrews. 2 RBIs on the Joyner single. And now you're talking about 6 runs needed in the top of the 5th. If you're going to get back into the game for the Hawks. Got a runner coming in. This is Faith Gauthier.
Coming in to run for Georgia Highlands, number 2, Faith Gauthier.
So Gauthier in to run for Joyner. And we're back to the top of the order. Imantaro, a couple of walks and a single. It has been a 15-hit attack for Georgia Highlands. Taro trying to poke it over into left field, but does so foul. Second of our 3 elimination games, but we take a break from the elimination bouts for Gordon and GMC coming up. Newman able to field, but not able to get a throw off, and the bases have 2 Chargers aboard. So the E4 allowing Darrow to get to first and Joyner to second. Abby Hall to the plate, 2 for 3 in the game. Couple of singles in the first. Well, there is netting in front of the dugouts to try to keep players protected, but that found the doorway. Rattled around inside the third base dugout. Amani Green is on deck. Strike delivered on the inside part of the plate. No balls, couple of strikes, 1 out. And there's a base hit into left field. It is all loaded after the single by Hall. She's at first, Darrow at second, at third, Joyner. And look who's coming to the plate, Amani Green. Already 5 RBIs in the game. Swats that one in the direction of the gap. Left center field, ricochets off the wall. In to score is Joyner. Darrow's in, Hall's in. 8 Amani Green RBIs. And that lead goes to 16-zip.
Now batting for Georgia Highlands, number 8, Kat Kimball.
Kat Kimball to the plate. Sending that one fair. I thought it was foul, but apparently it nibbled the mitt of Edwards. And you'll have another run in as Green scores and Kimbrell takes second. And it is a 17-0 game. And now you're talking about needing 10 runs in the top of the fifth to go to the home half of the inning. I got to go back and look at Amani Green's numbers for the tournament. She's got 8 RBIs today. In the game against Gordon, had 2, that's 10. And against Andrew College, had 3, 13 RBIs in this tournament alone for Amani Green. And if that won't put you in contention for MVP of the tournament, I don't know what will. But, of course, you got to be on that winning team, too. And the mountain is still rather large for Georgia Highlands. They're going to be playing elimination games the rest of the way.
Georgia Highlands College, number 16, Chloe Fowler.
That is into left field. Then bobbled a bit by Slaughter. Holding at third is Kimbrell. And a base hit from pinch hitting Chloe Fowler. That will put a couple of runners on the corner, still one away. And that's going to do it for Emily Garrett. A new pitcher headed to the circle for South Georgia State.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Now to play for Georgia Highlands, the designated player, number 7, Hayden Warren.
Got a run in, but a runner out. Warren grounding into the 3-4. Fowler will go to second. Kimbrell comes in to score.
Now batting for the Chargers, number 11, Abby Yates.
And there is 2 away. Abby Yates to the plate. Yates has singled, doubled, and popped out to left. 2 for 3 in the game. And for the second time in 4 innings, Georgia Highlands has hit around. They sent a total of 13 to the plate in the first. This is the 12th to come to the plate in the 4th. Into the strike zone with the offering to Yates. Macy Andrews to the on-deck circle. South Georgia State now looking at the prospect of having to plate 11 runs. Low in the pitch and a walk given to Yates. Our scoreboard here saying 17, but it did not account for that run that came in Kimbrell a few moments ago. So an 18-zip lead. Savannah Gamont, the new pitcher. Gamont pitched 12 2/3 innings this year. Made 7 appearances. ERA of 13.82. Two-0 pitch. Popped up on the infield, calling for it at short is Camry Isaacson. Couple of runners stranded, and again, 13 go to the plate for Georgia Highlands. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Crafts got it. Long throw over, and he got it. We head to the top of the fifth, South Georgia State. What a big hill to climb. They've got to get it inside 8, which means 13 runs. Make that 11? Yeah, 11 runs. Have to play. Trinity Johnson leading it off with a base hit. Just to get it inside the 8. But they've taken care of one obstacle, and actually 2 with 1 base hit. And that is they've got a hit and they've got a runner. Hit to Green. Green recovering, going to first. Getting the out of Irby while the second goes Johnson. One out with a runner in scoring position. And if you're South Georgia State, at this point you would at least like to get a run on the inside part of the plate. Lauren Slaughter with a fly out to third in the third. 0 for 1 in the game. A little bit inside with the pitch. Well, barring the miraculous, and the miraculous can happen. It'll be Georgia Highlands and East Georgia State meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. Down to third with a throw. Hops out of the middle. Green. Green had it before Johnson got there. But dropped it. And Johnson safe. One-two pitch. Too high, too far outside. Count goes even at 2. Emily Garrett moving to the on-deck circle. Two offering. Round foul. Well, and now I see Gordon in the house. So both of our combatants for the 4 p.m. matchup already here. A clear indication that we're going to start a little earlier than 4 o'clock. Do we know how much earlier? 3:15 right now, tentatively, is your start. That is all the way against the wall by Slaughter. It's got to run in and double. South Georgia State. They're just happy about getting rid of that goose egg. Single and a double in the inning. And it is an 18-1 game. I know Dave just sat down. It does say 17-0, but they actually played in a run that they did not account for in the press box. So again, let me pull out that asterisk. Unofficially, it is an 18-1 game. Who knows? Officially, it could be 17-1. Pinch hitter Madison Martin coming to the plate. Top of the order, Michaela Edwards on deck. Rolled over towards first and picking it up and tagging out the runner. That is no longer Freeman playing first, but Chloe Fowler. And Fowler tagging out Martin. Well, Slaughter goes to third.
Now batting for South Georgia, number 5, Madeline Shepherd.
Two gone and another pinch hitter, Madeline Shepherd. Hawks giving everybody an opportunity to get some playing time in the GCAA tournament. Shepherd only had 17 regular season at-bats. Found out a play by Shepherd, batting in the spot where Michaela Edwards had been previously. So approximately about an hour 15 break. And then roughly a 3:15 start to the 4 o'clock game. Slapped up to short and the catch made by Hall. Shepherd flies out. Game over. Season ends for South Georgia State, as this one will end after 4.5. And you talk about some gaudy numbers for Georgia Highlands. 19 hits. They did not commit an error, score 18, leave 5 stranded. 9 in the first, and consider they had a scoreless inning. It was the second inning that went scoreless. So all of those runs in the first, third, and fourth, and only 1 in the third. So a 9-run first, 8-run fourth, accounting for the bulk of the Georgia Highlands runs. 1 run off 2 hits, 1 error committed by South Georgia State. And that lone run came in the top of the 5th, and that will do it for this one. 2 games on day 2 in the books. And it is Georgia Highlands that will move on to play East Georgia State later today. And, of course, the big winners bracket game coming up. Highlanders and Bulldogs at 3:15. Until then, Robert Williamson for JockJive and for Dave Elder in the GCAA. So long, everybody.